Hi there, Aquarius. It's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and this is your reading for the month of July. As I like to do periodically, I'm going to just change things up a little bit. I normally talk to you about at the beginning of the video around the astrological impacts for the month ahead, because I think it's really important to know what energy you're working with from your own star sign point of view. So then what I've done this month is I thought, okay, this is a deck called the Spirit Messages. So I wanted to give you a message from Spirit this month, and then also to take the customary, tarot cards to see what the tarot message is for the month ahead for you. And then in addition to that, at the end of the video, I'm going to pop in a little bit I've done on with regards to the astrological elements. So I do it through tarot because, I think it's easier when you're doing tarot, and so that you can then also see the correspondences between astrology and tarot far more clearly. So I'm going to signpost that. There'll be a little stamp in the thing that says that you can move straight to that. Not move straight to it, but where it is. Okay, but so without further ado, Aquarius, we're in July. Can we believe that? Let's see, halfway through the year already. Happy birthday to Cancer, isn't it? Yeah, Cancer. Although you're in Aquarius, but you might be with somebody who's in a Cancer. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Spirit message for you, Aquarius, is study. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn. Whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new, this is an opportunity to expand your mind. So you've got that. That's the little message from Spirit. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Aquarius for the month of July. So a bit of a froggy throat this morning, as I like to say. A froggy throat. Right, okay, Aquarius. What have you got going on, Aquarius? Okay, so you begin the month. I have to cover these cards because of YouTube. It gets a bit silly. Right. We've got a brand new financial opportunity here. And I do feel it's with regards to passion as opposed... Right, okay. There may be the connection with another person. So you can either have a partnership here. Somebody coming in who's saying, let's go, let's start something together. Start a business together. I always say a business, it always sounds a bit loose. It's the opportunity to bring money in. So that can be many things, can't it? Not necessarily a business, but it's a financial opportunity that the heavens are providing you with connection to a lover's. So it's either a partner or it's somebody who can partner up in you. And I think this is very much, it's a time to make a decision. Which way do you want to go? What is it you want to do? Have you found that you've been maybe dithering, holding back, and the cards are saying at the beginning of the month, it's really time now to make that decision and to start it. So whatever it is that you have, if it's not necessarily about somebody coming in, if nobody appears in the first few days, you can't make sense of this other person's connection, then actually it's about communication and making your mind up, just doing it. So at the beginning of the month, we've got something here. It's very much indicating that it's time to start this new financial opportunity. And I do feel that you've been getting distracted quite a lot here. And the reason I say that as well is because you've got the Devil and Strength. So that's two major lessons in the beginning, in the middle of the month rather. And that's very much around the fact that I need to get on with it. I need to just put this opportunity is coming in, and I'm going to decide to throw everything I've got at it, because the Lovers is the card of complete obsession. So you're going to throw everything you've got. And then you come into this period of time a bit later on where you're starting to get distracted again, because the devil is, I always call it, you're tempted by the devil, aren't you? Distraction, shiny stuff. If you've been listening to me for long enough, I call it the card of magpies, where they throw in lots of shiny things to get you distracted. It can be self-doubt, it can be anything, but it's around the fact of, am I good enough? Can I do this? And the cards are saying, you've got the strength, okay? You have got this here. The Strength card tells me that you have the abilities and the stamina and the everything you need to overcome any kind of distractions or obstacles. If life throws in a curveball mid-month, as it may well do with regards to this, then you've got the strength to overcome it, but in a very gentle way. So you can see that she says, I don't need to, I don't need to be particularly aggressive about this. I don't need to be, I know I've got the beast here I need to tame, as in my distractions, but actually I'm going to do it in a very gentle way and a very kind and considerate way. And they always call this, overcoming things with strength of will as opposed to, force, if that makes sense to you. So whatever that is, you have the ability and you can overcome this. And that's the message the cards want to say. And then at the end of the month here, so I wonder if this studying has got something to do with, so maybe don't get too distracted by this, but learn how to deal with it differently. So whatever comes in with regards to this new financial opportunity, you can overcome it. You maybe have to learn how to deal with it in a different way, perhaps. Let's see what Spirit says in a minute. I'll see what comes through. And then you've got here at the end of the month, you've got to see something. I do feel that you are still, you've got here the card of like, oh, I don't know which one to go, which way to go. What do I do? What do I choose? Something is really tempting you here. And you just need to see it from a different point of view. Things are very much around this month. You need to not take anything at all at a surface value. So whatever presents itself to you with regards to financial opportunity, then you don't get distracted by what looks to be grander, grandiose. So shiny things. If it looks too good to be true, there's a highly good chance it is, okay? Trust your intuition. Be really determined to see it. Like the Hanged Man says, there's some delay here because you basically are confused about what you emotionally want at the end of the month. So stay focused and then see it from a different point of view. And once you do that, that's the lesson of the Hanged Man. He says, have you thought about looking at it from this point of view? Because if you do, it will overcome that. Yeah, you're overcoming it straight away. You just need to see things very clearly and let go of whatever it is. This study thing about you've always done it that way. It's about a change of, I feel this is about confidence, belief in yourself. Yeah, you see, you'd like to do things alone and you're overdoing it. And then we've got this wonderful opportunity. Right, stay true to what the goal was originally. Something's going to come in and you're going to get fired up, beautifully fired up about it. You've got to keep at it. Don't get distracted, because with it comes all of this self-doubt and all of these other things around, I don't know if I'm good enough, can I do it? This is all about self-doubt, self-worth. Listen to your intuition. Look at it from a different point of view. You can overcome it, because that's what that card says. Let it go, whatever it was in the past, this self-doubt and things. Literally, you don't have to go it on and take it all on your own, because actually there's a brand new, so you've got 2 new opportunities here. This isn't yet, this is coming next month, but this is you putting the groundwork in for this brand new and positive beginning here. New financial, and then it has it takes on a life of its own next month, okay? But you're starting it this month. You just got to remain true to it and study it. Now, if this is not something to do with business and earning money, which it usually is because it's here, it can be it's study. So it's something practical that you do. Maybe it's a learning and a course and things like that. And you're like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And the cards are saying, you absolutely are, okay? Any negativity, any doubt, any distractions or anything like that this month, use your strength, your inner strength, to overcome anything, because at the end of it, in the very near future, you've got this fresh start as a result of all of this, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense now, hopefully it will at some point next month or the month after. So head down, use your strength, trust your gut, and don't get distracted. And that's the message from the tarot for you this month, Aquarius. And then if you hang around now, then I will then talk about the astrological energies that are going to be guiding you as well through the month of July. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. As I always say, listen, I love coffee. If you fancy dropping me a coffee, then there's a buy me a coffee page. the decks that I've used, they're in the description as well. And other than that, all that remains for me to say is happy July. Okay, take care then. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the astrology part of the video. So I hope that you like this. It's a little way of doing things a bit differently, but I wanted to explain how connected astrology and tarot are, especially with the Rider-Waite, because he pretty much wanted to move it around the astrology cycles. And I'm currently using, so I'm going to give you, I'll go through this in a minute, I'll show it to you. But the Wiser cards have, the little mini Wisers, have the astrology symbols on there. So you can see, for example, this is Venus. Okay, and Venus is in the sign of Virgo. Okay, so right, let's talk about this. First thing we've got to say is I'm going to attach this for you. It's a moon phases thing. We've got a new moon on the 14th of July in Cancer. So new moons and new beginnings, plant seeds, set intentions and step into new possibilities. That's in Cancer. So anything that's Cancer related, home, loving, caring, emotional, that's for new beginnings. So you can do a little bit of candle magic around it, do whatever you want. You could literally focus on the Chariot card, which is the Cancer card, or focus on things for new beginnings. That's the time for that on the 14th. And then on the 29th of July, we have a full moon. And a full moon is illumination and release. Celebrate, let go, allow clarity. And that's why it always feels in a moon, you know, we all get a bit crazy on a full moon because everything comes to a head. It all comes, you're able to see all of the situation. And that's in Aquarius. So if you have an Aquarius moon or even an Aquarius sun, but particularly an Aquarius moon, you can expect everything to come to the surface on that day. It's a completion thing. So that's the moons. So they're going on. Now, this is what I'm doing here. So I want you to understand the astrology. So the Hermit is the sign of Virgo, and you can see that he's very reflective. He likes to get things right. He likes to take a look within, and that's the sign, okay, that's going on from the 9th of July to the 6th of August. We have Venus, which is the Empress, talking and in bed with and very much in tune with Virgo. So you've got Venus in Virgo from the 9th of July to the 6th of August. So if you are a Virgo, then you can be expected to feel the effects of this. And Venus is very much around what we value. We feel very reflective. It's a time for going within. I mean, it helps tremendously by the fact that we've got Mercury retrograde, which is what I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. But so from the 9th through to the 6th of August, you've basically got Venus in Virgo. Now, let me just check what I wrote down on this Venus in Virgo. So love becomes quieter, thoughtful and practical. Compassion is shown through service. But I want to say that this is about service to self, though, rather than service. I just made some little notes that I'm looking at. So I can attach that as well. I'll attach that to the system so you can see what it is I've written down. But basically, Virgo is very much practical, looking within, self-care, time out, and Venus. So you're going to really regard and value that. It's going to come. So that energy is really important through to those periods. So I put these little sticky notes to remind myself when the dates are. So from 9th of July to Venus is in Virgo. Okay. Then the 7th of July, I took that because it was the longest one. It's almost like a full month, isn't it? And then look at this boy. So from the 7th of July to the 12th of December, you've got Neptune. You see Neptune here, the hanged one, which is actually the hanged man, is going to be in Aries. So this is really challenging for Aries, actually, from the 7th of July to the 12th of December, from the point of view that Aries likes to just get on with it. And if you've got Aries energy, you'll understand this. I just want to get on with it. So from the 7th of July to the 12th of December, I'm going to be having to what? Look at things from a different point of view, take some time out, reevaluate, and actually be absolutely sure about what it is that I want. Now, I think that that's always quite a bit of a challenging thing for Aries, because basically what you've got is the dreamer meets the leader, and they don't rush ahead. So the leadership that you want here through Aries comes through patience. Oh my goodness me, that word, Aries. And also inner wisdom. So it's quite reflective. You may find, not that your plans are frustrated, but you just need to see things. You're not going to be able to be rushing ahead as you want to do, Aries. You're just going to have to take some time back and be quite reflective. So when you do these things, you need to kind of think about, okay, fine, yeah, that's where I want to go. So everything is done with thought, is what I was going to say, rather than rushing ahead. Now, from the 2nd of July, you've got the Tower, which is Mars. So this is the planet of Mars. You can see there you've got the symbol. Mars is now in Gemini, which is the Lovers. So what that basically means is from the 2nd of July through to the 6th of August, you've got action meets communication. So Gemini is all about communication, okay? And so you have fast ideas, quick decisions, and lively debate from the 12th of July to the 6th. So if you're Gemini, you can expect things to become quite action orientated. This is quite disruptive, the Tower. It just comes in and just shakes things up a little bit. And the energy from that is always, it's quite chaotic. I've got lots to do. And actually from the 2nd of July, you can be triggered from a community. Just lots of communications. Gemini is very much around getting the balance right as well. So if you're a Gemini, and any of the Geminis, you can expect that you're moving through this disruptive time of action. Okay, so there's lots. It's Mars is in there. Okay, so Mars is just keeping things ticking along. Now, I'm going to do that one last, actually. So we've got the 30th of June here that went on, yeah, it was the 30th of June, so last month, until July 2027. So we've got this guy hanging in the background the whole time, and this is lovely, okay? So you've got all this monthly stuff going on, but look at this long term. We've got change here. The Wheel of Fortune is actually Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion and wisdom and blowing things up. You know, it's luck as well, the planet of luck. It expands and it changes things because it's time for change. And it's time for change and it makes you stronger, okay? So we're all going collectively through a time of change that is going to give us strength. So even when things feel like everything's kind of going against us from time to time, you know, like, I mean, God, the world is crazy, certainly in the UK at the moment. Well, I think it is all over the world, isn't it? You've got this opportunity grows through confidence. So if you're going to be courageous and you're going to step into the spotlight, look at the changes that can happen to you. This is wonderful. It's a really harmonious alliance here. And at the result of it, at the end of this period in July 2027, we will be changed and we will be stronger and empowered with the Strength card. That's also Leo. Strength is Leo. So if you're Leo, then you're going to be going through this massive change here from the 30th to the... So, you know, you've got Jupiter expanding everything for you, Leo. Your horizons, your roles, everything will end up empowering you. Now, this little baby here, this is the one that... So this is Mercury. The Magician is Mercury, you can see here. So Mercury is in the sign of Cancer for this month, which is your birthday month if you're Cancer, or there's any Cancer affecting you. And the Chariot just wants to get on with stuff. It just wants to get it done. It doesn't really want to think about things. It wants to very much focus on moving forward, okay, and progress. And the Magician also. So the Magician is about communication, but also making stuff happen and getting things done. So you've got from the 1st to the 23rd of July, no, so from the 1st to the 23rd of July, you've got the Mercury is retrograde. So it's looking back on itself. It's the best way for me to do it. It's looking inward. It's looking at this and it's going, okay, what do you want to do? What is it that you, what is it? I want to review everything. I'm going to go over it again and over it and over again. I'm going to check to make sure we've got all of the tools to get this job done. So you can expect some revisiting of plans, some revisiting of all sorts of things, because you know how Mercury retrograde works. And that happens until the 23rd when, hallelujah, 23rd to the end of the month, it goes direct. So we can all hold on to that date. So the 23rd, we suddenly move forward. And this is a really decisive time. You just get on with it. So we've got lots of action. So whatever we're doing during the whole month here, we're kind of revisiting it all on a collective, but more so Cancer. You're reviewing, then you just take off on the 23rd. So your life starts to move forward at great speed because the Chariot does not hang around. Okay, so those are the key energies that we've got. I have actually got a little sheet as well that I will attach that I was kind of looking at there as well. And you can see what so those are the energies you can work with, you know. and the stars that they are mostly, the signs that they're mostly affecting. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Let me know what you think about this. If you think that this is worth it, then I'll add it. I'll do this for next month as well. If you think, I'm not really interested, go back to doing it the other way, then just let me know. Okay, all right, thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.